let's talk a little bit. Let's talk. I mean, we got to address the election and.
Oh yeah, let him down address the election.
We'll get into a segment.
Oh, I forgot that we didn't talk about the election. I mean, look, we swung some votes. Would you agree that me and you swung some
We
votes?
swung a couple voties.
I think we did.
We S'd a couple of V's, and now the stock market's blowing up in a good way. Crypto market's blowing up. That Tesla is just going.
It's blowing up. It's a nice feeling to wake up, see the numbers go up, isn't it, Danny?
You know, I gotta say this. No other president has essentially handed me as much money as Donald Trump handed me this week.
Same.
Did Trump hand you any money this week?
Oh, he handed me a ton of money.
He handed the boys some cash, baby.
This is why, assume a lot of the listeners probably are invested in stuff, and they have their own cash that's been forked over in a manila envelope by Donald Trump. But if not, guys, you got to get in the market. The market, that's how the rich. This country was built for the rich, and the rich got rich by riding the market. You got to get in the stock market. You got to save up, put it in an S&P 500 index fund. I said it to my patrons. Get on Fidelity. It's an app. You download it on your phone just like you would Instagram or TikTok or, in Leo's case, Grindr. You fucking
want to see if my friends are gay.
Hop in a Roth IRA and buy FXAIX. That's Fidelity 500 Index Fund. It's up 27% this year, maybe 26 now.
This isn't financial advice.
This is definitely financial advice.
But hey, we're supposed to legally not say that because they can sue you if it tanks. So this isn't financial advice.
If anybody sues anybody for irresponsibly suggesting they invest in an index fund in their Roth IRA, I will kill the person who did the suing, and I won't feel guilty about it. Because that is the tamest financial advice ever.
Well, it'd be tough for you to run the jail.
That's like saying, don't use your dad's credit card to buy a Ferrari behind his back and then crash it into a brick wall.
Not exactly. I feel like that's not exactly like that, but I see what you're saying. You shouldn't be able to be sued, but I mean, you can't. I mean, you really don't know what'll happen to that index fund. You kind of don't know.
That index fund, listen, this is financial advice to all the kids out here. I'm going to just prove to you right now, Leo, that I am not in the least afraid of lawsuits based on.
Okay, before you continue,
yeah,
there were multiple questions that you guys asked for. We're doing an advice segment in a second to start out the pod here. It's a new thing we're going to try. A lot of people asked about financial advice, so here it goes. From you and stocks and all that BS. So go ahead.
Petroleum jelly.
Oh.
Petroleum jelly.
I knew that you were not going to take this seriously.
Didn't you see Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? He did a presentation where he had a bunch of food items in Vaseline lined up next to him on a table, and he was talking about all the poisons. Poisons are killing our young people. Leo's got a dirty, uncircumcised Italian penis. But he also said that Vaseline, or he was implying that Vaseline has toxic chemicals. Petroleum jelly, yes, it's loaded with all kinds of things that are synthesized in a lab and are not found naturally occurring on God's earth. But if you cover your penis in petroleum jelly, you can shove it into a woman's anus with virtually no resistance. Yeah. The ability to do that.
Financial advice. Right? This is financial advice?
Because if Bobby Kennedy Jr. gets into the White House, they're going to ban petroleum jelly and Vaseline, etc. You're going to be stuck with like fucking coconut oil and spitting on it. That's all you're going to be able to do. You got to stockpile petroleum jelly so you can keep sodomizing women.
All right. Well, guys, take that as your financial advice this week. Stock up on petroleum jelly because it might be going away. And it's great for anal. For anal, mainly?
Yeah, I think it would probably burn if you put it up a girl's pussy.
Yeah, the chemicals. Bobby's right.
He's on
something.
But if you could put it in a girl's anus, but don't put it in her vagina.
He's got the easiest, he's got to be the easiest political figure to do his voice, right?
Hit it.
Hey, Annie's a pussy.
You really can't do it wrong. As long as you try, it's a valid RFK impression.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jesse, do you know the Chinese and the Ashkenazi Jews? They're less susceptible to COVID. Or was it more susceptible? I forget.
Well, I don't know what susceptible to COVID was, but being an Asian Jew myself, I'd say it's gay.
Dude, that's honestly a good Bobby Kennedy.
He's got a good wavering in it. There's a good waiver.
Thank you.
So Trump got elected. We loved it. Obviously, we loved it. It was a great shoot we had up in Northern California. I knew that Trump was going to get elected because the Bitcoin prices started going absolutely bonkers. Before any of the swing states had been decided, I have been basking in the afterglow, meaning I've been reading the LA Times. Just every article might as well be written in all caps with no punctuation by an insane 45-year-old woman who looks like she's 59 because nobody loves her. Just all the fucking bodily autonomy, racism, too immature to have a female president. I just can't get enough, dude. Ben Shapiro says he's showering in liberal tears. I am too. I love it. Jesse, you like it too.
Social
right?
media, the day after that election, when all those liberals had a meltdown, that should have been like a holiday for us.
Oh, dude.
It was beautiful.
Oh, my God. I saw some bad posts. I saw some bad takes on the fucking Trump thing.
As Tim Dillon said, he said this week, he was saying, you can't lead with joy when people don't have food or they can't afford food. You know what I mean? It's kind of tough to lead with joy when literally people can't afford food. This is the first time in my life where I meet guys that are like, dude, I eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch like every day.
Yeah.
Can't.
Since 2019, Taco Bell and McDonald's prices have doubled. And a lot of that's inflation, money printing, and then a lot of that, too, is, they had to raise the minimum wage here. So it's probably even more than double. For fast food, they had to raise the minimum wage. And it's interesting now because the left, they had always been like, Build Back Better, Inflation Reduction Act, send $1 billion to Ukraine. No, $20 billion to Ukraine. Blow it out. We're going to give you a 25% free coupon for a down payment on your house. Excuse me, not 25%, $25,000. We're going to give you free childcare tax credits. Whenever there's just something being created from nothing, like a $25,000 credit toward a house, that's money printing, what's going on. That's just radically inflationary. But now I'm reading the business section of the LA Times, which kind of should be objective. And all of a sudden, they're very concerned with Trump's tariffs and how this is going to be inflationary. Suddenly, they care about the national debt.
Yeah.
Somebody in the LA Times is like, yeah, Trump is he's going to increase the national debt by upwards of $14 trillion. Out of control spending. It's like, oh, you guys care about that now. Interesting. The best tell is now they mentioned that Trump's plan to not tax tips is going to be inflationary, or excuse me, not inflationary. It's going to add to the deficit because we're not going to be getting that revenue toward our government. And they're also talking about how bad it is because there's going to be people who use it as a loophole. Like a lawyer uses the tip thing as a loophole because he sued a guy for a car wreck that happened and then he wrote it off as a fucking tip. I don't know how that's going to work, but hey, Kamala said she was going to do it too. And you guys seem to like it when that bitch was going to get Arby's waitresses fucking under the table money. Now it's an issue.
I think it's going to be a little infuriating reading the LA Times for the next 4 years.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to be great. It's going to be good for videos, though.
Oh, it'll be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, the boys are back in town. We got old Elon. Oh, dude.
You go out there and grab anybody by the pussy or anything this weekend in celebration?
Anybody? Multiple
girl?
bodies.
I bet you're. Wait, do I know them by chance? Are they my sisters, Danny? Is that what you wanted to say?
It actually wasn't what I wanted to say, but now that we're having this conversation, it'll probably just be easier to tell you right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. You grabbed my pussy, but my sister by the pussy.
You know, I actually lubed up my cock with petroleum jelly. Oh. And I fucked her in the anus.
You listen. It's time to we have to get into the advice segment.
All right.
And I'm gonna get these I'm gonna get this one out of the way because
we can actually do a financial advice one.
We will. No, of course. I'll go back to that. No, you have to take these seriously. All right.
Yeah.
I want you to take these seriously. How can I grow a bigger wiener to penetrate Danny's hog of a sister? There was at least 10 of these, so I had and my sister as well. So
my sister's not a hog. I just saw her this weekend. She's very slim. So how you taking the election? Doing okay?
Huge L. Very black-pilled at the moment. Very much like fully radicalized into just, like were Mao's re-education camps that bad? Kind of at that level of just doomer.
Okay, so you're just depressed that Kamala lost?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say that.
What about your portfolio? That seems to be the one thing making everybody feel better.
Your portfolio might have gone up a little
I
bit.
can't be too mad.
Okay, so you're just saying that you're mad about. So you woke up on Wednesday and you're like, you know what, this is kind of sick, and you put on a fucking MAGA hat.
I was like, should I go house hunting? I think so. It's like,
Yeah, time to celebrate a little bit.
yeah, it's like a, ooh, I hate that I'm like a part of this class, but also it's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, I think I made like 50K since the election.
Yeah,
Just on like,
yeah, it's
pretty sick.
it's been nice,
Pretty great.
and that's what I am saying. I said this earlier. It's like basically somebody walked up to you and handed you 50K, and that someone's name was Donald Trump. And can you still hate the guy when he walked up and handed you 50K?
It's a love and a hate. It's
Kamala would have stole like 30K from you.
I mean, a part of me thinks like the silver lining could be like accelerationism. Like we're just getting to the end of history like a little bit sooner.
Okay.
I'll take the 50K. Like if the world is burning it on fire, at least I have a home to live in.
Mhm.
So I guess like I'll take in like
That's
on
the
an
liberal
individual
spirit.
level. Yeah, on an
The
individual
liberal
level,
spirit.
like, I'm
Yeah.
happy with
It's okay.
I'm happy with what it is.
Well, I think you're a full blown Trumper now, and I think you got to check the boxes. Like, oh, you know, there might be the world might burn up, or
Yeah, there you go.
fucking nobody can get abortions anymore.
But I'm rich. We're rich.
Just a little bit of herbalism and you can figure it out.
Hopefully, this difficulty accessing abortion care leads to an upsurge in anal.
Hopefully, yeah.
That'll be nice. I that's the solution, really. I mean, you
Like anal?
Does he like anal? Let me tell you something.
That's so gay.
It's almost the only thing. It's
that's such an absurd statement. I will not even stand for that.
Saying
I will not even stand. It's safe. It's safe. And I
gay.
no, it's not gay at all, because ever since Roe versus Wade was overturned, I, an ally and a feminist,
Oh,
didn't want to put a woman through a situation where she had to go through abortion tourism.
that is so like thoughtful of you.
I am a nice guy.
he said it right there. It was a little unlike the way he told me. He's like, "Hey man, if I need to fill up a bitch, guess it's go be anal now." That's what he
Oh.
told me.